guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Brian James and this is DB Automotive. Okay, today is day 3 of the Great Southern Traverse. We are experiencing a few problems with the little car behind me. It would seem we're starting to use a lot of fuel, more than we expect. I'm suspecting that one of the choke tubes on the 40mm Webbers is stuck in an open position. So that could be a bit of an issue. If I can't get it fixed, we may have to swap to another car or abandon the trip, because we are going to be trying to get a couple of thousand Ks in, and with the way it's using fuel, that's going to be an extremely expensive trip. But day 3 here today, we are at the Omaka Air Museum. Can't really see it in the background, but there we go. So I'm going to visit the planes with my son, and yeah, hope you enjoy it. We're going to take a few videos and show you the Peter Jackson's private collection. So let's look forward to it. Thanks guys. Okay, so first thing we see when we come into the museum is this mock-up of a pilot that's been taken out of his plane. Obviously he's not in very good condition. They've had to get the ambulance in there, and honestly it is an amazing, it's some of the best I've seen, to be brutally honest. Obviously, so what we were told when we came in is, obviously that pilot's not having a very good day. I'll just flick you around to this plane. So if you see a plane in the museum and it has a drip tray underneath it, as you can see right there, then that drip tray means, or indicates, that that plane can actually go, start up, move. Whether it's airworthy or not, I don't know, but the fact that that radial motor in the back goes is pretty impressive. Now this is all Peter Jackson's collection, as you may have read, and you imagine having this. This is just, yeah, it's mind-blowing. So still more to come. Okay, just walking into another part of the dioramas, I guess you could call it. The guys are busy loading up the machine guns, looking at very intent at what they're doing. Now we come over to the workshop. I don't know if you can hear it, but they've even got the old radio going in the background. So Poppy Wall, lest we forget. And we come over to, well, if you're into boats and planes, I guess that's going to be a very cool vehicle to have. A Curtiss MS flying boat. That's very cool. I imagine sold from 1912 on. So, Royal Aircraft Factory RE8. Very, very cool. Okay, so this one depicts one of the most remarkable stories of survival to come out of an air battle in World War One, or the Great War. New Zealand's highest scoring ace, Lieutenant Keith Logan Cadwell. Well, actually, here's what we'll do. What you can do is read it, like pause it and read it at your will. But it's quite an amazing story, and yeah, very, very cool that they've got it so you can actually read it. Then we come around to the Fokker triplanes. Each one of these has a drip tray under it, so each one is in working condition, which is pretty amazing. The fact that, you know, there's, what, 4 Fokker triplanes right here in working condition. I don't know anywhere else that you would find such a thing. And we swing it around to little Siemens Shukot D4 and a British Newport 27 seems to be stuck in a tree. Not the best place to land your aircraft, I guess, but hey, needs must. And oh, there's the Germans helping to put the tyre back on it, aren't they so helpful? And offering the man a cigarette and a pat on the back for surviving his landing attempt. So here we have the Red Baron's aircraft after it had been shot down. Now, this is really amazing. So in this we see that one of the Australian soldiers here, he's cutting out a piece of fabric, souveniring a piece of fabric from the Red Baron's aircraft, you know. It's like you're sitting there and you finally get a chance to take a real piece of history. And then we turn around and that is the piece of the Red Baron's aircraft that he was souveniring. That's pretty impressive. So let's go back to the airplane. Oh, yep, we're going to souvenir some of his boots as well. Taking the boots off a dead man, well, that would be the Australians for you. Actually, maybe that's the piece that they've got on the wall up there. Yeah, I think that's it. Well, he looks quite happy with himself, doesn't he? Now we're getting into slightly more, I guess you could say, modern aircraft. You've got to love some of the art that they used. So here we have a Newport 24 in service from 1915 to 1918. Who doesn't love a car with a big gun on it? Or you could say it's just a scout car, but yeah, oh well. Spin around. And last but not least, we have a de Havilland DH4 in service from 1916 to 1932. Well, the sign backwards says welcome, and it's the Omaka Classic Car Museum, as you can see. But unfortunately, on this Monday, we were not welcome because they're not open. Boo-hoo! We did want to see it. Over 100 cars and motorcycles on display. That would have been really cool. Oh well, their loss. Okay, guys. As you'll notice, the background's changed. So this is editing after I've come home for the parts that I may have missed out while I was on the road trip. So that was day 3. Obviously the visit to Peter Jackson's collection at Omaka was, for me personally, absolutely mind-blowing. I really loved that stuff. And the displays that were put on, the things that you could see and read up about, look, mind-blowing. You know, the fact that in one of the displays, you've got the Red Baron's plane crashed, the Australian soldiers looting the body, taking off his shoes and things, and there's one soldier busy cutting out the cross, the German cross on the side of the plane. You turn around and there's the actual thing that they were cutting out. You know, Peter Jackson went out and found it. So that was definitely one of many highlights of the trip. Unfortunately, the car museum was not open. That wasn't so great, but you can't have everything the way you want it. We were having issues. So at the beginning of the video, I mentioned that I was going through a lot of fuel. Now, I was on contact, calling the guys at Carburetor Specialties up in Silverdale. They sell Webers and the Spanish-made Webers. And I had them on the phone and we were going through what was happening. And at that time, we suspected one of 2 things. One was one of the choke tubes was stuck open because it had been sitting for so long. And the other one is that I just got a bad batch of fuel. They asked me where I'd filled up before, and I'd filled up in a Gull service station. And they just turned around straight away and said, that's your problem. So the plan is, and you know, you get to see what happens in the next video, but the plan is that tomorrow on day 4, I will go and fill up at another gas station and avoid Gull. Avoid Gull altogether because their fuel's crap. What else? Well, that's basically it here for day 4. And again, sorry, day 3. Day 4, we will be heading down the east coast. I believe getting off at Kaikoura, going inland to Hamner Springs, and we'll hopefully stop at Rodden Cars, or Roden Cars, and maybe we can get a tour or something there. And yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoy the video. Now look, if you do enjoy this, please let me know. Hit like and subscribe, and if there's enough people, I can start doing more and more road trips and going to museums and car shows and things. So look, it's up to you guys. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch it this far. You have a great night. Bye-bye.